Okay, now we see from Genesis chapter 3, verse 16, that a woman was cursed by having her husband to rule over her. She's supposed to be equal in her own way, but now she was gonna have to listen to her husband, and she's gonna have to submit and be quiet. This is what this scripture is speaking about, Genesis. And then, so if the woman don't hear the word from her husband and start speaking all these type of doctrine, that's called familiar spirit. And a lot of y'all said read about the prophecy in the Bible and the scriptures and say that these women, this was a normal thing that was going on in Israel time. But we got to go back to a familiar spirit, that a spirit you can only, if I speak to you and tell you something, you can feel what I say. You can't see the words coming out of my mouth, but you can feel it because it's a spirit that comes out of our mouth when we speak. So if a woman gonna speak things and say a lot of things and don't know what you're speaking about, that is familiar spirit. And we're gonna go to Leviticus chapter 20, verse 27. Okay, Leviticus chapter 20, verse 27. It says, a man also, or a woman that has a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones, their blood shall be upon them. I'm going to read that again, Leviticus chapter 20, verse 27. It said, a man also, or woman that has a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death. They shall stone them with stones, their blood shall be upon them. The Most High said, familiar spirit, if a person speaking all kind familiar spirit, that means a person got many of spirit, familiar, a different spirit. But you was only supposed to have one spirit that guides and teaches you to the truth. But familiar spirit, that means you got a lot of thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of thoughts in your mind. That's what you think is true. So you just have all these thoughts, and then you speak it, and it becomes a spirit. It becomes a familiar spirit because you can put somebody in the mood of a spirit. That's just like you got a lot of people that be at home, they be bored, they can go to the club and they feel a spirit of dancing when they go to the club. You go in a restaurant, you feel a spirit of want to eat, lay back and chill. You go to a basketball game, you have these it's called spirit. So if you speak to somebody out of your mouth that is not true, you put somebody in a familiar spirit. You probably have somebody thinking something and might be studying something and trying to listen to you, and you got this person in a familiar spirit. So it's good to have a husband over you because the Most High loved you. He knew that if you didn't have a man over you, you'll be out of the will of the Most High. You'll be talking to men that really don't know you. You might think they know you because a man can easily deceive a woman. Then he'll make you feel like you feel good about yourself, and at the same time, this is not the man for you. But you, since you're dealing with familiar spirits, you think that this is the person might be for you because this person is not teaching you nothing. This person is not waking up your conscience to the truth. So a lot of women like that because if you get a man come from the scriptures and know the Most High word, he's going to teach you. And he's gonna know that these things gonna hurt you because he's gonna see your lifestyle that you didn't want to live these things out in your lifestyle. So he's gonna see that all these things that you speaking out your mouth is familiar spirits because he ain't gonna believe them because he know he might believe some of the things you're saying, but a woman got a tendency of just speaking. You know what I'm saying? She speaks when she thinks and think when she speaks. That's why a man has to sit back and be humble and be quiet and make a decision. Because that decision can cause him to lose his house, to lose his car. A woman can just speak something, let's say, but let's go get it, let's go do this. But at the same time, when the bill come in and everything get repoed, she go back to the man. We should have done that. Then you ain't gonna argue with her because you know you the man and you supposed to be doing what's right because you know you was anointed by the Most High to know what's right. So like I said, women deal with a lot of familiar spirits. It's bad on them nowadays, because we're in the end of time. And you read the Revelation, we'll talk about we in a place where we're gonna be demons, and all kind of wickedness going on. And then what he always related to that woman, the whole world drunk the wine of that woman. What woman? What that woman familiar spirit? That woman doctrine. So this is what I'm trying to make it plain to you. I'm not trying to, make it difficult. I'm bringing scriptures to you so you can understand these things from a kid standpoint, and just break it down to you so you can understand and go back to these scriptures and go from Genesis and go and see how the Most High done his process in um, dealing with his children. So, and do you see a lot of prophecies in the Bible, women? But first of all, I want to let everybody know that the women that was called in the scripture to be prophets, they had men that was prophets. You see what I'm saying? These women were handmaids. These, these, these women was helpmeets to their husbands. These women, the Most High knew these women's background before he chose these women. You know what I'm saying? These women wouldn't listen to another woman and then another woman told another person that they can go minister. These people, the Most High came and spoke to Deborah. When you heard of Deborah in Judges chapter 4, and you read, start from chapter 4, you read where the Most High speaks that Deborah had a husband, and the men was coming under the tree of Deborah, and they were speaking to Deborah because Deborah had all this wisdom and all of this knowledge. And then a lot of women who might watch this here and call yourself a prophetess or want to be a teacher. Most of the time that you wanted to be a prophet, that's because you done heard that from another woman. You done seen another woman as a prophet. You done a lot of Juanita Bottom is out here. You got a lot of um, Joyce Myers out here. You got a lot of y'all women looking at women's want to do this because the men ain't told y'all to go out there and start preaching and ministry. It's a difference than preaching and teaching and and bringing a word. Mary brought a word. The lady by the well brought a word, but they was not preaching. But I'm gonna break that down later on in the series about the lady by the well, about what Mary Magdalene did, and what Mary done. They always did something, but they was not preaching. They was not preaching, going to get a building and bringing people to hear them preach. Because check this out: if you got a husband and your husband teaching you, and you go into a ministry, listen to a woman, that means when you leave from that ministry, you're gonna go home and you're gonna bring what you heard from your teacher, and then now you're gonna have conflict with your husband because he never teach you. Now you can't listen to him because a woman is over you. So you see, it's no good for a woman to be preaching and trying to teach a man. She can bring a message before it's preaching and teaching. The Most High didn't want that because he knows once the woman leaves the church or the synagogue, she got to go back home and she got to supposed to be submissive to her husband. But she comes telling doctrine what Juanita Bottom saying, what George Meyer said, what this here person said, this here person said. Now she coming home with her own pride, thinking that she know more than a servant of the Most High. That's a curse on you, because you always have to have a man over you. You know what I'm saying? And when the Most High see you submissive like that, He can give you knowledge. And then you'll know how to take words that your husband said and things and go and explain that to people to bring people to the truth and the knowledge of the Most High without taking away from what your husband said. So that's why I want everybody to who come across this video to watch these videos that I'm doing, on these series because in the end you'll be able to know what you can do and what you cannot do, and it's gonna be from the scripture. But I want to give it to you. I'm not trying to give no big scripture and make it difficult. I'm just taking scriptures and break it down to you. I'm just trying to make it plainer to you so you can understand these things. You can get this curse off you. So I'm just trying to bring the word to you and bring the truth to you. So that's why I'm gonna speak about Deborah, and let you know about these people lifestyle and about who these people were before the Most High chose these people. These people would help me. The Most High loved these women because He saw what they were doing before He chose these women. He just didn't go pick no woman who was disrespecting her old man and call her to ministry. He knows if she won't listen to her husband, why would somebody listen to her? So a woman needs to understand what the Most High was doing when He called a woman.